What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll be dropping tons of free content on here. Today's topic is pressure washing saturated? Is it dead? We're gonna answer that question. We're gonna talk about a little bit. Also talk about what other opportunities exist. I'm out here for you guys who want to make some money. You know, there's so many opportunities out here. You don't have to just chase the money in one industry just because you see other guys are making money. There's so many opportunities. So we're gonna talk about some of those opportunities available to everyone. And before we get started into the video, I do want to say that I recently put together a chemical guide. It's a 40-minute presentation. Goes over some of the most important chemicals to have and how to use them, stuff like that. It's on sale for 25 bucks. You get lifetime access to it. So if you're interested in that, you want to learn how chemicals, a little bit about ratios, how to deal with different things around residential and commercial, get that. I think it's well worth it. It's a $25 resource. Yeah. Anyway, so link will be in the bio for that. So let's talk about it. Is pressure washing oversaturated? Is it dead? And I would say the answer is yes and no. What's funny is the other day I was on TikTok and I seen a viral post about pressure washing, and guys, and it had tons and tons of comments of people wanting to get into the pressure washing industry. And so I'm gonna say, when I say the answer is yes, pressure washing is saturated. The reason it's saturated, like lawn care is saturated. But here's the difference. Here's where like saturation is a problem and where it's not a problem. It's a problem for, there's this market of people obviously who need pressure washing services, right? Whether that be commercial or residential. Then there's a bunch of new guys coming in trying to start their businesses, but they're highly like uneducated about the industry. So you have a bunch of guys just buying pressure washers and going to town and screwing up stuff. And that's what happens when you're uneducated, right? So those people are quite frankly fighting for, the certain, patch of the market so they can, get some business. So they're all fighting over pretty much the same customer base because there's different customer segments in every industry, right? And you have to understand, what type of customer you're trying to go after. So those more premium customers are not looking for those guys who just started the business, who have no branding, they don't have professional equipment. They're not interested in hiring those people. So if that's the case, the guys who are the professional, the real professionals, they've invested the time in their education and branding and whatnot. Those are going to be people most likely to get the business from the higher up customers. And then for the new guys, they're going to be doing jobs for, the $99 or, $50 here, $30 driveways. Because they don't have a clue on how to price. They don't have a clue on how to execute the work. And they just bought a pressure washer and thought they were in business. And I always say, the tool is only as good as the user. So, just because you own a pressure washer doesn't mean you know how to pressure wash, if that makes sense. And if I had $1 for every time I heard a customer say, we have a pressure washer, we just don't have time to do it. Or I couldn't wash the top story of my house. I just laugh in my head like, that's why you're calling me. You should probably never pressure wash your house in the first place. So buying that piece of equipment doesn't mean you're gonna know what to do, how to do it correctly. And I'm gonna give you guys some feedback based on like my journey so far, because it's just a journey, right? I'm not a guru. I don't know everything. I know a little bit of things, enough to, give out information, try to help other people who know less than me, right? But I by no means claim to know everything. I'm still learning. I try to learn every day. I'm in groups, on other channels, just like, a lot of you guys are as well. So, I just want to put that out there, I try to, give value where I can. By no means am I like, I know it all in this industry. I've so far, so much more I could know or, get to learn. But what I will say, coming from somebody who, started this business with, a 2.3 GPM machine, just clueless, completely clueless, didn't know how to price, didn't know anything about like, getting insurance, how to do different jobs. It was honestly in the beginning, it was cool and then became a nightmare because I'm gonna give you guys one situation that actually discouraged me for a very long time. When I started the business, I first came across pressure washing. I think I was 17 years old. It was close to my birthday, so I turned 18. I think I saved up my birthday money and bought my first pressure washer. And then it was me and a friend, because we used to cut grass together and I wanted to do something less competitive. And so one day I just came across pressure washing. I was like, all right, cool, let me try this. So I saved up, bought the pressure washer, had my friend come out with me, and we were just doing jobs. And we did no education at all. And just a side step to go back, when I said, pressure washing and saturated like lawn care is, I see probably like any given day, at least probably 20, 25 different lawn care people. That's what it seems like. Everybody does lawn care. I'm assuming like everybody does pressure washing. And what separates these people, the people who are successful from the people who aren't, and no, I would say it's those who specialize and those who brand, right? Because there's guys who just have a lawnmower. Anybody can cut your grass, right? Anybody can cut your grass, but not everyone can make your yard look beautiful, right? And there's a huge difference in that. There's one you're just getting, any old service. It's like pumping gas in your car. Like anyone can do that for you. But that specialization comes in. Who can make your yard look beautiful? Who can make it stand out and pop? Where it's not just your grass is cut, but they know how to fertilize. They know how to get the grass in certain patterns. They understand that they need to keep their blades sharpened. Stuff like that. They can get you a nice green, beautiful lawn. Not everyone can do that. Some guys are just cutting grass. Some guys are just literally just cutting grass. They don't blow. They don't weed eat. So each of these people are separating themselves in the marketplace, whether they know it or not, based on how they branded themselves and their education. So back to my story though, is like, we did, when we were high schoolers, before we started pressure washing, we were doing lawn care like anyone else, but all we were doing was cutting grass. We knew nothing about actually how to make someone's yard look nice. Grass is high, we cut it. So cool, we had a pressure washer. Fast forward about maybe a year and a half, say I'm 19 and a half or so. I forget the age, honestly. So I'm telling people I pressure wash. I ended up getting a customer from my that went to my church. Lady who went to my church gave me a chance. It was a referral. I went out there and did it. Took forever. Once again, lack of education. It was a 2-story home that today would take me probably from pull up to pack up probably 40 minutes. But back then, when I didn't have a clue what I was doing, that house took me, it took me 2 days to finish it. Not 2 whole days, but probably 4 hours here and a couple hours there. So I want to pause right there, guys. Like for the guys who were just starting this business, everyone's just going out and buying a pressure washer and ready to jump in this thing and make money. I would say, guys, we really got to do a good job, of getting more and more education. Because it's not just as simple as buying a pressure washer. There's so many things that could go wrong, from even just one is property protection. And if you don't have any clue about that, property protection, using the right chemicals, how to use them, overall safety, professionalism, customer service, there's so many factors. So it's not just a business that you just go buy a pressure washer and boom, here we go. And so back to my story though. So that was me, I had no education. I'm just like, all right, cool. I know I can make money with it. Let's go. Pricing is off. Took me to hell and back to finish the house. It took forever. And I was doing the house and the driveway. So mind you, once I finally got the house done, the house was wet when she first seen it, and it looked pretty decent back then. I can't even tell you what it looked like because it was so long ago. But after the house dried, give about maybe a day or 2 days later, I get a phone call from that customer. They weren't too happy after the house dried. You know why? Because the house was a vinyl siding house. And I used too much pressure and like remove some of the oxidation. If you guys don't know what that is, just look it up. Look up oxidation on vinyl siding. And it literally looked like somebody drew on the side of the house. And I was so scared. I was so nervous. Like I didn't know what to do. I'm still I'm still a teen. I didn't have insurance. I'm just like, oh man, like I ruined this lady's house. Like what do I do? And honestly, it was so discouraging that I literally, so I went on Google, tried a bunch of retarded things to try to resolve it. To no luck. I thought I had it resolved, didn't work. Ended up just giving her money back and parting ways. And after that situation, I literally stopped pressure washing for, I think I went on like a 2-year hiatus. Like I paused, I quit for 2 years just because I was like, yo, this isn't for me. Like it was just too stressful of a situation. I didn't know how to fix it. I was just like, man, I really screwed up. And so from that story, I want to tell you guys that, if you want to start this business, cool, nothing wrong with that. But I want you guys to do your research. One, understand like, okay, am I in a marketplace that even people are even looking for pressure washing? Don't just hop on the money train because you see people flashing numbers of what can be made. Oh, make 50K a month in the business or 100, K in a year. Like, listen, guys, these numbers are real. People are doing them, but it takes work. It's not something that happens overnight. It's not just like quick money. You're going to have to reinvest in your business. You're going to work a lot of hours. Can you make good money? Yes. But to get to that point, it's going to take some education. And that's what's going to separate you from everyone else is the fact that you are actually investing in your education business. And I'm going to give you guys another example now, fast forward down the road. I had a customer probably in my 2020 season last year. I went out, give her a quote, and she had red dirt on her patio, right? So she just wanted a quote on the house and stuff. And I looked down, I'm like, do you want, would you like me to, get this sidewalk clean for you, this patio? She's like, oh, no, don't worry about it. Last two guys tried, they couldn't get it out. She's like, they even used one of those little round thingies. I was like, oh, a surface cleaner. She's like, yeah, one of those. And they couldn't get it out, so don't worry about it. And I was like, ma'am, I could get it out for you. She was so skeptical because I think she said she hit 2 or 3 guys before me. I guess she used in the past that couldn't get it out. And so I went to my truck, got the chemicals in a demo spot, and she was like amazed that we were able to get it out because she was so convinced that it couldn't come out. And that's the difference, guys, between education and not understand how to do it, is that now who do you think she's gonna call back again? My company, because I separate myself by not just being another guy who said, oh, this doesn't come out. Like, I remember when I didn't know how to get red dirt stains, or red clay off of like siding. Now I do. And in the past, being uneducated, I would, because all I knew about was like bleach, and I didn't even know to use just bleach. I was using like, I think it was like Home Armor, it's a green bottle of stuff. It's like $9 a gallon. Spending way too much money. It was just like charging the wrong. It was just craziness. But I was younger, naive, and I was still naive in some areas. I'm just young and learning, and trying to grow. So find mentors, guys, is one lesson in that. But like I said, so now fast forward. I know how to take care of the situation. So now, if someone had someone before me come wash their house and they couldn't get certain things out, and I come and I'm like, hey, we can get it out, they're gonna be like, dang, so the last person didn't really know what they was doing. And so when I say pressure washing is oversaturated, I think the problem is the industry really isn't oversaturated, but it's saturated with people who don't know what they're doing. So I think what's gonna really happen is there's gonna be a little wave right now. Everyone buying pressure washers. People realizing that it isn't as easy as some people have made it out to be, and they're gonna quit. They're gonna sell those equipment. They're gonna realize not making no money, and then also what they're gonna do is they have done a bunch of bad work in the marketplace. So now the customers are gonna be like looking for the people who are rated 5 stars. Like, okay, who can I really trust to do this work for me? And now those people are probably gonna have to pay premiums to the professional companies that have to go back over and fix the work of the inexperienced guys. And yes, you can make mistakes no matter how long you've been doing this business, but a lot of mistakes can be avoided with just a little bit of education, which is kind of the goal of my channel, is to, until I get new information, I want to share it to help, a lot of you guys starting out, not make mistakes that I made, and you can get the results faster. Like I have, one of the guys, and I actually that recently did my last interview I did on this channel. His channel is JM Ventures. I believe I said it right. If I said it wrong, I might link it in the bio. But he's 20 years old, and he hit his first $13,000 a month in his second season. I didn't do that in my second season because I didn't know. I didn't have the education. And so he's reached out to me a lot in the past, and I've been able to like give him some tips and advice, and I'm sure he's follow other people. But that's just the difference between what education does for you, and versus just being blind. And so today, fast forward again, I still see guys like I might see. This happened not too long ago. I seen like it was I think a crew of it was some Hispanic guys out there working. It was working very hard. It had some big ladders going around cleaning a 2-story house. So I pull up. I'm watching the house across the street, right? And so I do my little, watch the house. I'm done. Probably took me like an hour or so. I finished. They're still working. Now, mind you, I didn't know to the customer. My customer told me that that same crew had been out there since that morning or early that day. I got there probably like 4. So that's just a lesson in what does lack of education really cost you in life? And not just pressure washing. This happens with anything. There's so many books out there and free information and paid information that you can get. Be willing to invest in yourself, because listen, guys, you can't go wrong when you invest in yourself. It's always going to be an ROI as long as you take action. You really can't lose. So my real encouragement for you guys, with the pressure washing side of things is is one, if you're going to start this business and see how can I separate myself in the marketplace? What can I do differently? And how can I not be like everyone else? And one, like I said, the main thing is making sure you have some education. But the part 2 of this video I want to talk about is what other opportunities exist out there. So everyone isn't hopping on the pressure washing train thinking that everyone's going to make money, because everyone's not, right? You can be successful in any business you want to, but you have to apply yourself. Don't just chase money or chase, fast cash because you see so and so over here is making money and so and so over here, it might not be the opportunity for you. And maybe even your area isn't as big for pressure washing. So you need to find another route. And so like say for example, like California, I hear it's more difficult to pressure wash. And I don't think pressure washing is too popular in California. I could be wrong, depending on the area, part of California you're in, granted. But say for example too, there's Florida. Florida is very popular for pressure washing, but also very competitive because so many guys are doing it, driving the price down, just charging ridiculously low rates. How can you separate yourself, or what can you do differently? What other businesses are out there? So one, I would say, guys, like everyone wants to do pressure washing, but pressure washing has, even within it, has different niches. You can go after the commercial market. You got residential. Then residential, what can you specialize in? Maybe you specialize in cleaning wood. Now, a lot of guys hate doing wood. So maybe you learn to specialize in wood and your company really just goes after wood jobs. Or there's roof cleaning. A side service that gets added on is gutter cleaning. Or maybe you want to market gutter cleaning full time as your side hustle and make an extra $1,000 a month or so. Maybe you want to start, instead of doing pressure washing, maybe you go after fleet washing. So you have a pressure washing business, but your niche is fleet washing. These, to me personally, are less competitive industries because like our niches, because everyone's going after like, the golden cube. Like everyone's like wants to wash houses and clean driveways, but how can you separate yourself? What other angle can you take to be more creative? And so like I said, mobile car wash could be a good business. Go after a high-end clientele. Like if I was to move to, Florida and want to still do a similar business, I probably, and I don't know, mobile car wash could be oversaturated too. But me personally, I'm gonna give you guys a breakdown right now. So if you want to start a mobile car wash business, I used to detail back in the day. I used to be pretty good at it too. But just my region, it's not a whole lot of people with like real nice cars. But in Florida, like Miami and stuff, there's so nice. You'll see exotic cars everywhere. So one, here's what I would do. Let's break down. Say if I'm gonna start a mobile car wash business, so one, you invest in your right equipment. Two, branding is super important. So make sure you brand yourself, look professional, look good. Wrap your vehicle, whatever, or at least get, professional lettering and graphics put on, have a nice shirt and uniform. Just separate yourself, be professional. Don't look like that you're out here looking homeless or just trying to make money to buy another 6-pack of beer. So back to it. So mobile car wash business, you get all your necessary equipment. I would personally go after the high-end clients, people who own, exotic cars, expensive cars. They understand the value of the service. And get them on your books for, doing it, maybe washing their cars twice a month or whatever. And say from each customer, you're making $300 plus a month from each client. You want to grow a $10,000 a month business, how many you need to build up, what was it, like 30 clients or so a month? And now you have, because car washing is going to be done way more frequently than a house wash or driveway, you can build a residual clientele. You got 30 clients and you have a predictable income of $10K a month. But don't just be a car wash guy. Like, know how to, within the detailing, actually become an expert. If you look on YouTube right now, the people who are the experts have the biggest channels. People who, drive into a niche and get really good at it and be really educated on it. So if you look up auto detailing, there's a few channels that have really big subscriber counts because they're not just people who wash cars. They understand things about the paint and different types of leather and, and stuff like that. So anytime they approach, these people's vehicles, they can build trust with these clients because one, they've established themselves, they've branded themselves, and they've shown that they are experts. So now when you're an expert, you can charge a premium price. If you don't have the expertise, you can't charge a premium price. So you're going to be at the bottom feeder of any given market. So there's McDonald's and there's like Roof Chris. Pick your business plan. And is there anything wrong with either one? No, there's not. McDonald's serves a great purpose. It's fast food, it's quick, and it's serving a certain demographic of people. Roof Chris, a little bit different, right? Different demographic of people. So understand before you even start your business, who are you going after? What type of clients do you want to get? So write down, take a piece of paper, write down what exactly that client looks like. How much money do they make? What neighborhoods they live in? Where do they hang out at? Country clubs, stuff like that. And then, so that's going to help you also figure out how do I reach these customers. But say, for example, back to auto detailing. So you become a specialist at auto detailing. You understand, how to do, paint restoration through like, waxing and buffing and stuff like that. Maybe you can do small, scratch repair. You know how to get the headlight restoration going back. Just become an overall expert. You can bring a car from from 0 to 100 in looks, and just revive and breathe life back into it. And you can now charge a premium price for your services. Simple as that. So learn how to do stuff and create a business model to where you're not competing with everyone in that same. You can be in the same industry, but niche down and do very well within a certain niche. So everyone wants to be in pressure washing, but okay, if you want to join pressure washing, what niche are you going to be in? Or if you want to be in detailing, what niche are you going to go after? So those are all types of opportunities. You got, you can learn how to tint windows. You can learn how to, most of the things I'm going to say is really just getting good with your hands. Learn how to operate a camera. Get really good at camera. You can start a part-time photography business, make a few extra $100, $500 to $1,000+ a month, being able to take, doing photography for events, or maybe you do videography, invest a little bit of money. So guys, there's so many opportunities and side hustles out here to, to get to the bread. You just gotta want it. I mean, I even got I got friends who were doing DoorDash and making, $600+ a week, just hustling on DoorDash. Cool. Here's a play right now. Like you're not making money right now. If you have time but no money, or you have money but no time, but say right now you're broke, you don't have a job, whatever, you want to make some money, dude, like honestly, I'm gonna just tell y'all, like, get off your ass, like go to work, hustle, just literally hustle, find something to do. So right now, here's the DoorDash play. You're in a decent city, sign up for DoorDash. You don't have sign up for DoorDash. Start, start taking orders, and you can, I think, sign up and get going the same day. Be your own boss. So now you're making, say, $500+ a week. You're your own boss, and now you can also pick up another side hustle. So now you have DoorDash going for you, making $500-600. Then maybe you have, your little auto detailing business that's just getting off the ground, and the DoorDash is helping you build capital to fund and grow that business. And now you're starting to get some clients. Excuse me, and you're getting going. But guys, there's so many ways out here to make money that it just doesn't make sense to be like, around complaining that like, oh, my job doesn't give me more hours, or this isn't working out. If it's not working out, then switch angles and adjust quickly, and just get to the bread, guys. Like, it's not that difficult. Like, making money is honestly very easy. Execution is what's difficult. Most people are lazy and don't want to put the work in, in order to grow a business and work. And sometimes even I'm lazy and have to work on that. But do things that get you out your comfort zone. I want to encourage you guys, if you want to get in business, start a business. Maybe pressure washing is not for you. Follow me on my other channel, Grow with Zay. I'm going to be trying to share and expose you guys to more business opportunities. Also, follow my boy, JT Hustles. Shout out to him. He's featured me a couple times on his channel. And he has a bunch of game on his channel on different business opportunities you can get into. So guys, my whole point in this video is to say, hey, you want to start the pressure washing business, do it, but do your research first and get educated. Or if pressure washing isn't a good opportunity for like the area you live in, or just a business for you to start, maybe it's too much capital needed for you to start it up. There's so many ways to make money, guys. And I know at the end of the day, that's what you guys are after, is making money, not specifically being in pressure washing. Like, I'm not even trying to be in pressure washing like that, like if I'm being honest, but it's working, so why not? But yeah, guys, so check out those channels. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Follow me on IG. Like I said, check out the resources that I offer and other people offer. It's honestly very inexpensive if you really think about these things. Like I said, my guide I put together is $25. I have a course on sale right now for $127, which is way undervalued, because we're talking about years and years of trial and error for myself. And if you could skip that, like if I could go back in time and skip those trials and errors I made for $127, I would do it without a heartbeat. And so like, I honestly could be selling a course for like a few $100s, but I want to make it affordable. It won't be on sale forever, so get it if you want it. Get that resource for the chemical guide for $25. But I don't just plug my own stuff, because there's so many people out there smarter than me. If you don't want to buy it, if you don't want to, I'm not offended. Like, don't do it if you don't have the money, whatever. There's groups you can go to. There's other channels you can go to. There's other people who make ebooks and stuff. So listen, guys, my whole goal with this channel is to be a resource. I'm not here to just plug myself or whatever. I want to be a resource to whoever I can help. So if you come ask me a question, I'm gonna try to answer it, or send you somebody that you can get the answer from. But yeah, that's it, guys, for this video. I don't want to make it too much longer. Don't forget once again to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace out. Much love.